So this flight was originally to test a new mini camera, 1080p camera, so you could use it on the aircraft. The audio is pretty good until the jet starts going pretty fast, and then you can kind of hear it. I had to drop the volume quite a bit on the video here, but you can kind of hear the static is really, really bad. But the video quality is pretty good. I'll post a link to this camera. It's pretty cheap. I think it was like $20 for it, but it's other than the noise that it makes, with high speed, it's pretty good. So here you can see the problem I have with the aircraft. You'll see it start shaking here. Okay, this was an issue with the horizontal stabilizer in this flight. I've had this before, and here I'm trying to get it back on the ground. And as you can see, it didn't quite make it past the trees. But I'll show why that horizontal stabilizer was wobbling so much, and maybe some things to correct that. So this is the bottom side of the starboard elevator or horizontal stabilizer. And this is what was wobbling in that video. And you can see here that this gap is just wobbling back and forth, even though there is some epoxy here and there's substantial epoxy on the other side. This thing is still wobbling here. So let's look at the trim on this F22, right? So here it is when I power it on, and you can see that we've got down elevator in there to compensate for the aircraft going up, right? And so this is how it's normally going to fly with that down elevator, which under normal conditions puts a lot of stress on the vertical or the horizontal stabilizer, right? Because it's always there. So it's always stress pushing upward on that, okay? So this is contributing to this particular stabilizer wobbling, because the stress is always there, and it's always putting stress on that joint there and causing the epoxy in the joint to rock back and forth, and then eventually the epoxy starts becoming flexible and we get the wobble. So what I'm going to do is to move the battery back, okay, to compensate for this, and hopefully get this trim out of the horizontal stabilizer there, and that would reduce the stress over time on these stabilizers.